Hello and welcome to a special edition of The Last Seven, the Rik Mayall tribute episode. It's June the 9th, 2015, so a year to the day since the people's poet left us, or more accurately, died.
Yeah.
So we're going to dedicate a little bit of time to talk about Rik Mayall. What a fucking genius he was. Justin, what's your first memory of Rik Mayall? We're going to dive straight in there.
First memory of Rik Mayall is probably Bottom.
Okay.
In fact, definitely Bottom. Oh no, wait, now I think about it, maybe I saw Drop Dead Fred before I saw Bottom. Yeah, definitely Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah,
okay.
So you probably
I think I saw Jack and Ori before Bottom.
Oh, Jack and Ori, right.
Do you know what, for me, it's interesting. When I was a kid, in our attic, my parents had a few boxes of books in the attic.
Yeah.
I had no boxes, my dad had boxes of books my dad had picked up. There was like a load of like Len Dayton novels, you know.
Oh yeah, we got Len Dayton's cookbook up there. It was a birthday present.
A load of different bits and pieces, and every so often you get to look at these books. Like, you know, there was other stuff. There was a big box of family photographs in the attic and things that occasionally people get down, or you'd have to go up to get something, and I'd, you know, look through these books. The Young Ones book, he had that as well. You know, the one with them where if you hold it sideways and open on the spine, they're all stood upright.
Yeah. I've seen it. I've not read it or anything. I know what you're on about there.
No, it was that. So that's my thing. Thinking about this for the first time now. That's my earliest memory. Is him on the cover of that as
awesome.
as Rik.
That's cool.
And looking through this weird, like, because it had a bizarre sort of that kind of grottiness of the show.
Yeah.
And that kind of like punk collage aesthetic. I seem to remember it was all. Yeah, it was all in there, and, you know, and part of it's part of a fine tradition of comedy books. I think I remember the Men Behaving Badly one very fondly from my sort of early teens, and you've got the Mitchell and Webb one up there.
Mitchell and Webb book, yeah, excellent.
Nice.
Shouldn't be a forgotten format, the comedy series book.
No, well, I think it's going. It's going that way, isn't it, the comedy series?
I've got the Peep Show, all of the scripts up until season 7, I think it is.
Oh, really?
But that's also interspersed with like post-it notes on the fridge, sort of messages that they've left each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real good read, actually.
The most interesting thing about that one is that it's got their sort of plot, like, outline for what would have been the series 6 finale, the series 3 finale. Which is quite different from.
Oh right.
Yeah, from what was actually in it. Yeah?
Oh, the Young Ones.
No, Peep Show.
Oh right.
No, you're right to get us back to Rik Mayall, 100%.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about the Young Ones' death scene, like how to kill it all off by going over a cliff.
Nice.
And of course, they stuck to the rules of British comedy series making. They did 2.
All the best series
come in 2s.
That's right.
Yeah. Do they?
I don't know, Peep Show's got a lot of series to go back to Peep Show. Anyway.
There's only 40 Towers, isn't there?
Anything Ricky Gervais has done?
No.
You wouldn't hold it out there?
No, I wouldn't say no, because it's like The Office is two series and 2 specials.
Yeah, 2 series,
Extras is...
There's only 2 series of Only Fools and Horses. They're just 94 episodes long each.
Yeah. What's yours? Your earliest Rik Mayall moment?
I think it was Jack and Ori, just because of the date.
Yeah. Jack and Ori.
He read.
You sat in a chair.
He read George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl, and he got complaints because of his acting in it. They kept it going.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it was on. I'm sure it was on CITV. When I got the bus home from school, and I think I missed like sort of 5 minutes every time.
Yeah.
But I've since watched it, and it's absolutely brilliant.
So why did it get so many complaints?
Just he was a bit sort of crude in his mannerisms. They thought it was for children. It's a Roald Dahl book, you know.
Yeah. But crude in his manner. That's like.
You know, there's no swearing in a Roald Dahl, but and then George's cran went fucking massive.
Yeah.
Evil, scaly bitch walking out of that.
Is Jack and Ori? I think way back when it was filmed as like go, and it was like live TV, right?
Yeah.
And they just
that's right.
read the thing off like an auto cue or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So is it like that?
I'm not sure. He does a fine job if that's the case.
I was gonna say, is it literally Rik Mayall in a room with an auto cue, just like right go? What that's a fucking brilliant idea if they didn't do that, you know.
It reminds me of the Kevin Turney stuff. Stuff where
this is you're talking early days now.
Yeah.
So we're starting right at the beginning.
We're jumping about.
Okay.
But, it's good. You're good.
Let's jump to the beginning.
If we're gonna jump to the beginning, then we go 20th Century Coyote.
Ooh.
Which was A. Devonson and Rik Mayall's like double act.
Oh right, the Dangerous
did the Dangerous Brothers.
I thought it was the earliest bit. Well,
no, they did 20th Century Coyote. I know this because somebody bought me. Somebody bought me the guys I live with at uni. They gave me the Rik Mayall autobiography, and it was
the one that's called
by him.
The Rik Mayall.
It's called Bigger Than Hitler, Better Than Christ. And I was just flicking through that today and just like looking at little bits. I knew about 20th Century Coyote before, I think, because I watched the special when he after he died. There was a special on it.
But you read it in the book
it's pretty
first?
fucking awesome. Yeah. Well, I had the book for a while, but I've never actually gone all the way through it. But I think I might dedicate some time to that when I'm a little bit free.
Anyone else would have dedicated some time to it in preparation for this evening?
Yeah, well, I did a little bit. I flicked through it.
Yeah, how did what leapt out at you?
Did you not bring it with you?
Comic strip? No, I know that was stupid of me. I thought about that on the train. I thought, oh shit, man! But I always thought we could get it up online. Go onto the Amazon books website.
Buy it.
Book preview.
Yeah, buy it. Wait for it to be delivered. Yeah. That's old school, man. If we had a Kindle or a tablet, some proper thing.
We don't need it. This is about reminiscing. Yeah. This is great. But
do you remember when Justin forgot to bring that book?
Oh yeah, what a cunt.
This house will become a shrine, and punks and skins and rastas will all gather round and hold their hands in sorrow for their fallen leader. And all the grown-ups will say, but why are the kids crying? And the kids will say, haven't you heard? Rik is dead. The people's poet is dead. And then one particularly sensitive and articulate teenager will say, other kids, do you understand nothing? How can Rik be dead when we still have his poems? And another kid will say...
I had a mate called Stephen Gilboy, and we used to like pretend to be Richie and Eddie off of Bottom in school, like all day, some days.
Yeah.
That was my first sort of indelible memory, is them watching Bottom and going, this is the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Nothing tops this. Nothing ever. It was what, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. 8 or 9 years old. I was certainly in junior school.
This is one for the listener. Do women like Bottom?
Yes, mate. There's a big female contingency of Rik Mayall fans. Like,
Rik Mayall fans.
No, but Rik Mayall fans.
But then
Bottom in particular, I think.
By proxy, they become Bottom fans.
Oh right,
that's got to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple of ladies that have been tweeting actually today about
we asked people to tweet in and. Stuff to talk about. And,
we got one.
I didn't have any expectations. I was just saying that I was just curious because I think it's I don't know. Most people I've ever met who've expressed a love for it, I think it's all men. But it could just be that I speak to more men.
It's typically to a male audience.
I was thinking, is it particularly male?
And I don't think when do you bring that up in any sort of relationship? It's
I don't think I've ever been out with a girl who's like Bottom.
Well, you go, yeah.
That's the dream, I think.
Right, yeah. But I bet you loads of women have been out with men who are like Bottom.
Well, yeah.
Because it's for immature.
That's right.
Children, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's childish.
Damn right.
That's what it is.
Immature women,
it's not
immature
women. And it's fucking brilliantly immature. It's not like,
No,
it
it's
does
not
a
just
really
stupidly
good job
yeah,
of being it.
But that's that was the reason for my question. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's a particularly, I don't know. It seems to be aimed at schoolboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or adults who want
adult people with a schoolboy's brain,
with a desire to regress for half an hour and 25 minutes.
I love
long
how
the episode
everything looks so grimy in it all the time.
It's
so atmospheric all the time. Outside look grimy. They're always dirty, always sweaty looking, continuously.
Yeah.
They've just had a bath. Oh, it's brilliant.
It's a glorious.
You can smell it.
I know, man.
No, but it's a glorious antithesis to the American sitcom and the influence it was having on British sitcoms. These perfect, beautiful people who every single shot of them, their makeup just been touched up and their hair's just been straightened. Bottom set. Yeah, it's like proper British. Three cameras in front of an audience with two men injuring each other. It's, regularly.
Hold on a second. Is that the British Friends? Is it?
I fucking hope not.
Is that what it's subverting straight away?
No, the young ones is surely the British Friends.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
But Bottom is just brilliant in so many other senses. It's just like, I just think it's like really, really vain, but really humble equally at the same time. And it's also, it is really juvenile, but they've got the relationship that they've got, and the way they give and share the humour and the different styles of humour, they fucking blend awesomely, and they make, like I was saying to Riley, like a really good bad couple. They're such a good bad couple. It's like a husband and wife relationship, but in a disgusting, filthy hellhole with just two guys who talk about tits and fucking one of them who's an alcoholic and the other one who's just like a manic depressive. It's fucking amazing.
There's not a serious moment I can picture in it, and even if when they're stuck on the top of the Ferris wheel, Richie has a contemplative moment looking in the sky. It lasts for about 5 seconds, and then Eddie just finishes off with, can I ask you a simple question? Shoot from the hip, baby. It's how you've always been. Why are we talking such complete and utter bollocks?
That's it, isn't it? It never lapses into into like kind of dramatic territory.
No.
It
never makes a point. Yeah, it's
no. It takes things that are grimy, puerile, negative, and just cranks them up.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it,
yeah,
to the point that they're funny.
I think it's really intelligently written.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's got like a real wide appeal. I really like that about it. Like,
have you ever seen like a shooting script for it?
No.
Because I wonder how tightly scripted they actually are. Do you know what I mean? Because I know it's them writing for them to perform, so they know how they're gonna deliver it, sort of. But it's like to conceive something like that, write it down, and then perform it with that.
I think they're pretty tight on the lines, only because watching the live shows, sometimes they leave their fuck ups in.
Yeah.
And when they fuck up in the live show, they're really specific about where they go back to, and they say like, "Give me the line again," and they say the exact same line.
Yeah,
over and
okay.
over. So I think they quite. Maybe it's the difference between the stage version and the.
No,
TV
not necessarily. Because
but I'd say you'd apply the same.
Well, yeah.
Go, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
And then maybe they change things then and there, like the Foxy Stoke, sly old musky old Foxy Stoke.
Yeah.
Foxy Stoke seeks pig. Shut up, Eddie. This is very important. Let's see now. Foxy Stokes. On the prowl. I like that. Musky fox. Musky, sly old Foxy Stoat. Minky, musky, sly old Stoaty.
I think that probably is. I think that probably is written. I think that's probably the genius of it, because the other one, the Orangy Boom Clog Dyke Window.
Yeah.
That's. Do you know what I mean? Those words are stitched together. Because it.
Yeah. In a perfect way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favourite bottom moment? I won't say for all of Rik Mayall.
I got two different ones. One's from the live shows and one's from the TV.
Good way to sneak
series.
two in there, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm the same, I think.
Yeah. So my favourite from the TV series is what we think is the pilot episode, which is actually episode 3 in season 1. Contest where Eddie's put money on Miss World.
Yeah.
But they're having this really weird, like, relationship struggle, like friendship struggle, where they can't fucking like communicate with one another. Like fucking Eddie's stolen money off him and gambled it, and Richie's trying to be like the fucking alpha male in the flat, so he keeps changing the channel on the fucking TV and stuff, and then it all just fucking descends into like ridiculous shit for a long time, where Richie's doing stuff on his own. And
the episode you're talking about, the one with the money and the porno mag and stuff that he's bought. Is that the one with that bit when he goes, hang on, and he like stands up and presses the
organ?
Yeah. It's when he does the maths and suddenly out of nowhere. Yeah. He spent £1.50 on the porn mag.
Yeah. Where's the other tenner? Grasp me, little fake. Oh, shut up, you fat skit. It's fucking great. Yeah, but then the moment that I fucking love is when he tells him to get out of his flat. Right, that's it, get out of
Right, that's it. Get out of my house.
I beg your pardon?
You heard.
No, I didn't.
Well, I'm not saying something like that twice, young man.
Well, I can't do anything about it then, can I?
Look, this is my house, so get out.
You can't throw me out just like that. I've got rights to pay rent.
You're supposed to pay rent. I've never actually seen any money.
Well, I've been busy, haven't I? How much is it?
£11,645. 66 new pence.
I've got 30p.
Better get out of my house then, haven't you?
Well, it's not your house, it's your aunt's house.
For the purpose of this conversation, I am my aunt.
Hello, Mabel.
What is she here? Shit, hide the fags. Hello, auntie. Right, that's it. Get out.
Brilliant. And then he's like, oh god, that's my favourite moment from that's my favourite episode for sure.
I think for me it's the stuff that's in the performance that you're kind of like, is that scripted, or has he done that once, or has he done that and have noticed it? And like there's two that kind of stick out for me. One is in the the episode when they're gonna go on holiday. to like, is it Doncaster or somewhere they're gonna go to?
Sunny Doncaster.
Yeah, and there's the bit when they all about you won't need the suntan lotion and it's like drizzle oil and gloom juice, and he gets overexcited. And he like nearly vomits. You know the bit I mean?
I know.
Yes, like that, which doesn't translate well on radio, but it's beautiful.
It's kind of and he goes, wind smear.
Yeah. It's like you get so excited you can't get it out.
It's amazing. I know what you're talking about. He goes, he's like builds up like he can't believe it. Trying to think of another one.
There's another bit like that in the one, the one when they're having the evening in. I think it's in the second series when they're having the evening culture and he's got his dressing gown inside out, so it's like a smoking jacket. They got the chest set with all the ridiculous stuff. And,
brown
Spider-Man.
sauce and Spider-Man, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's that bit when he says about, sitting here drinking, ouzo and salt. And he goes, that's what I love about you, you Richie. And he goes, what? And he goes, you're completely insane. And he does this laugh, and he looks at the camera, doesn't he? He goes,
yeah. Holds a stare at the camera.
And it's so like just, I don't know. No one else would do that. I don't think. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else that because if you thought of that, it's I don't know. It's either people don't necessarily perform at that pace. Do you know what I mean? At that intensity of just like blast whatever's going to happen. I mean, I think that's part of the appeal. It feels dangerous, doesn't it? Especially when you're younger. When you were a kid, it was like it felt dangerous to have seen this stuff. You know what I mean? Like you slightly shouldn't have been watching it because this guy's going to explode at some point.
It was weirdly justified that I watched it with my gran a lot.
Yeah.
But the other thing is just that if it's like, and it's not, I don't think this is the case because it's not conceited in any way, but it's that, like, if you thought to do some of that stuff, you probably would decide that it wasn't funny or it wasn't going to translate. And it's to, like, perform in that way and do that and then, keep it in there. Like that, as I say, that look at the camera, that bit when he gets overexcited, can't get the words out. I just can't,
Culture, that's a great episode.
There are far too many moments from far too many bottom episodes, so it'll have to be an episode, and it's the one with Robert Llewellyn as the Falklands veteran.
Oh right, and
Sad Ken is it?
Julia Sawalha's the barmaid.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks amazing in that episode.
Damn straight.
And Chris Langham is the bookie, isn't he?
Yeah. He takes his fucking fake leg off when he's asleep. Doesn't he?
Yeah, hand carved by naked Javanese maidens. And stuff like this.
How do you know they were naked? I watched them do it.
I liberated Port Stanley Tesco.
Great. I love it when they're all stood by the speaker holding the tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're off. And Sad Ken is still in the stalls.
Right in here you are, Marjorie. Another bundle for the Sad Ken pile.
7p on Sad Ken, please.
7p?
Yeah, it's all Harry the bastard to give me for my house.
Right, well, that's it, I'm afraid. Race on.
Right, here we go then. Acapulco, here we come. Oh, this is it, boys. Untold wealth. Birds.
Booze.
Budger regards.
Not ready to go, and they're off. Oh well, they're nearly all off. They're still stuck in the stalls. Is Sad Ken. Oh no, he's off now. He's gone now in completely the wrong direction, rather slowly. I must say, I think it's very sporting of them to enter a three-legged blind horse here this afternoon. And he's hit a tree. He's hit a tree, and he's down. And well, back now we go to the leaders. No, back with Sad Ken now. And I'm afraid they've had to shoot him. Yes, Sad Ken has been shot. And so is the jockey.
Sad Ken.
It's an excellent name for a horse.
They name things so fucking well. Like, the different characters who are going to come around.
Yeah. Well, that
Skull Crusher Larry. Is that one? Skull Crusher Henderson or something?
Skull Crusher Henderson, yeah. He likes to crush
Cannonball Taffio Jones.
Cannonball Taffio Jones. That episode is brilliant.
The other one I like is that holiday one. It's because they get caught stealing from the drip tray in the Lamb and Flag. So Dickhead chases them out, and they bump into dodgy Bob McMayday, the most violent travel agent in the world. And he sells them the holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. I remember him really fondly in Blackadder as well, of course.
It's
like as a cameo in the last episode of the first series, and then as Flash Art in the second.
Is he in the first
That's
series?
an example, Ken, of that thing that's in the script, but then is completely done on the day, and then the reactions to it are all real, and it's the scene where Flashheart breaks through the ceiling. Does he come?
In the second scene, when he's
I've heard people being interviewed, like Rowan Atkinson and Stephen Fry and stuff, and they say no one expected him to do that. He didn't do that in the rehearsal. He didn't have that much energy. He just brought, and then when you watch it back, you can kind of see him more like
I didn't know that.
A little bit. Yeah, they said it was totally like he added bits.
I never
and went right up there with it. Didn't do it in rehearsal, and then fucking hammered it.
Yeah, he was in the last episode of the first series, Mad Gerald. And then second series is Flash Hat, and then he's a descendant of his Flash Hat in Ghost Forth. But of course, the brilliant bit about that is having seen Bottom, it all kind of merged into one. It's when I realised that comedians hang out together and they work with each other all the time, because not only do you see Rik Mayall, I'd already seen him in Blackadder 2, and then in Ghost Forth. You see him, not only that, but you see him with Adrian Edmondson as well. I remember being really excited when I knew it was him. I was like, oh God, yeah, of course. Yeah. We're all mates. It makes so much sense now.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, okay, I haven't... See, I remember I had a Blackadder box set, and it was a Blackadder on VHS. When there was, the 4 series, you had to buy the Christmas Carol separately. Right. But it was like you remember the VHS that were like double cassettes, so you got 3 episodes per cassette. It was that. I was one of those kids as well that I'd sort of spend a lot like weekends like I don't know, spend time in my room like drawing. Do you know what I mean? And so like I'd just put on when I was a bit older in my early teens and I had a video player and a TV in my room, I'd just put on like, alright, I'll just start at the beginning and I'll just watch several series on. I didn't sit and watch them necessarily, but I would do stuff and have the background noise. I think that's why there are certain things like that I owned, like Blackadder, that are kind of in my stored in there.
What sort of version of Rik Mayall do you like? Is it Bottom for you, or there's a lot of people online all about the young ones?
Yeah, I understand why, but Bottom is more my era. I like Bottom.
That's why they named it.
The initial idea was to call it Your Bottom.
Was
it? So people would say, I saw Your Bottom on TV last night. That was the young ones. Anarchic and dangerous and just like a sort of explosion of just chaos, of just like you can do fucking anything and it doesn't matter and we don't give a shit and we're just gonna make people laugh and take the piss out of things and ourselves. But I think that
I'm Mike.
I'm Mike. But I think the Bottom's more a concentrated thing. It almost looks to me like the evolution of it is the young ones is just like this, like, right, do anything, try all these different ideas.
Yeah, it's so busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the broad canvas with like all the different paint and all the different brush strokes and the different types
with some Alexi Sale chucked in for good measure.
Yeah, but that's
like
the point.
It's variety almost. With
it's
fucking
got
puppetry and
animation. And it's collage. So if you think about it like this, like canvas, and you're trying out with a paint, you're trying different ways of applying it and stuff. It's like that. Whereas like Bottom's like the kind of this bit worked, so we cut that out. This bit worked, and it's like kind of boiled down to its essence, which is because quite literally some of those episodes are the two of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or like the camping one. There's a hedgehog and a naked Flashy. You know, but
So it's a womble.
Yeah.
a womble. Sorry,
Yeah.
great uncle Bulgaria.
Yeah. But the young ones, didn't they have to have music in it? So it would be a variety show and it wouldn't be a sitcom.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, so it wouldn't be a comedy because their time slot that they were allotted, the BBC had put it for variety, yeah. So
Right.
then they had to have a band play.
Like Motorhead, fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So that's how they got around putting it onto TV.
Ah, it's an
Yeah.
education this evening.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Anyway, I think that at that time, I mean, the BBC,
Yeah.
like, I mean, in our lifetimes, there's been some real shit on,
Yeah.
but it still feels like it's pushing an envelope, that show.
Yeah.
Like to do it back in. I mean, when's it from? The young ones, early 80s.
1983,
Later than that, I reckon.
They did a production of Waiting for Godot, of course.
1991.
Yep, Rik Mayall and Nate Edmondson.
Yeah.
Rik Mayall also in Cellmates with Stephen Fry, of course, in '95.
For a bit.
I've not seen that.
No,
No.
it was the play that Stephen Fry fled.
Oh yeah.
In '95, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They reference it in the Bottom Live shows quite a lot, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, it's interesting. He was in a film version of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, played King Herod.
He did indeed. His next role then, he played Peeves in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Cut
All of
from
his
the
scenes
final.
were cut. All of them.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Well, they are. Yeah, they
He's
were.
not in it.
He was in something called Kevin of the North, which is also known as Chili Dogs. In 2004, he was in Churchill: The Hollywood Years. I don't know what that is.
Wow.
Did a bit of voice work and stuff.
I know he auditioned for The Lion King, like 3 different parts in The Lion King. But Rowan Atkinson, who's like the toucan or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He auditioned for that part. You know what Spike Milligan thought of him?
No.
Didn't like him.
No, didn't he?
Yeah. Said he was vile and crude. He was into burping and farting and all that nonsense. And he was the arsehole of British comedy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. High praise indeed from Spike Milligan.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
We just watched a spectacular episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, you said there was a SpongeBob with all the young ones doing voices in it.
Yeah.
And we definitely heard Nigel Planer, definitely heard Rik Mayall. Not sure if it's Aid Edmondson as lead monkey.
No, I don't know who that monkey was.
Some monkey business going on.
Oh, bad news.
Yeah, Bad News was really fucking interesting. They were making it at the same time as Spinal Tap, and no one knows who came up with the idea, but they both just claim that they just came up with the same idea at the same time.
That happened with Dennis the Menace, the UK comic book and the American cartoon strip.
Oh really?
Yeah, totally by accident, man.
Whoa.
Like within a week of each other, I think.
Have you ever seen any of the comic strip?
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that, the comic strip present stuff, yeah.
I don't think I'd been exposed to like sort of satire at that level, I think, before I saw that. When it was just continuous and throughout, and realising that the entire thing was a joke. Well, there's a story that you could follow within it if you like.
Yeah.
But it's secondary to trying to piece together the references, which I was quite young to know about at the time. But then watching it over and over again. I've done that with loads of comedy, I think. Watched it when I was young and rewatched it and then realised how many of the jokes I didn't get.
Yeah.
But then find that it's actually a renewed appreciation I have for it. Yeah, it seems like hearing new stuff all the time. Love that. Love it when that happens.
Yeah.
Embracing ignorance.
Voice of Andrex Puppy. Remember those ads?
Oh, he did adverts for Nintendo as well in the early 90s.
Oh, really?
And he bought his house with the proceeds from it and he calls it Nintendo Towers.
Yeah.
Quite a range.
He also had a recurring role in the Channel 5 remake of the light-hearted drama series Minder. I didn't even know they'd remade that.
No.
That's the one with Dennis Waterman, right?
Yeah.
April 2010, Motivation Records released Mayall's England football anthem, Noble England, for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. I don't remember that, do you?
Yeah.
Not fondly. No. I remember it.
That said, I don't recall this either. There was a campaign last year to try and get it to number 1 during the World Cup.
Oh, right.
And it reached number 7.
Ooh.
Like after he died.
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember that. I remember singing the Brazil song last year, but I don't remember that.
There's an amazing cartoon he did, the voice too. It's just like a little internet sort of cartoon. It's all about death. and it's about what happens and like why would you want to stay alive. Death is like the best thing ever. We should like be embracing it. And when you're dead, you've got no responsibilities. It's fucking brilliant, man.
All right, musing on death there.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
it was really good to listen to after he died and just feel like if he meant it, then that's brilliant.
Yeah, I'll chuck up a link to everything we've spoken about today, obviously, including, you know, not only the Wikipedia page, but specific articles written by friends of his after he died. Really touching gig, or like sort of interludes of it that the gig did, that Aid Edmondson did 4 days after he died. Bad Shepherds, isn't it? And opens with a tribute to him, and gets drunker and drunker, and then tells some pretty awesome stories.
Is he drinking Bombardier bitter? Because remember those.
Last bit of controversy. It didn't comply with Ofcom regulations, as not to depict alcohol as making people heroic or sexier.
Right. Oh, right.
Can't link it with sexual attractiveness or success.
Well, let's hope you would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
You're too sexy,
and Man
and
Down
you're too
was
successful.
Just fucking
I
brilliant.
know,
So,
yeah.
The
That
character he
TV
plays
stuff.
Man Down was great. Have you seen that bit where he drives him down a country lane and he sits on the boot of the car and talks about a girl that he was like wooing and all that kind of stuff, and then he finally got to take her on a date, and he describes how beautiful it was and how fucking amazing she was, and Greg Davison says, "Oh yeah, that's the most romantic thing I've ever heard." And he goes, "Yeah, and do you know what? It was worth it, because 8 months later, I fucked her right against that wall." And Greg Davis goes, for fuck's sake, when starts walking down the road, and he's just over by the wall, just mime humping. It's just fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Only 10 years older than Greg Davis as well.
Yeah, I know.
He was 56, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Like Charles Kennedy, he was 55, wasn't he?
Yeah, quite right. Should extend, of course, condolences to Charles Kennedy, because we had to cut it out the last time we recorded, and his family. Well, his family mostly.
Yeah. I think more than him. I mean, sorry, Charles, that you're dead, but you know, exactly. That's what I mean. No, because you got
the hero worship of Rik Mayall. It's a mocking. No, we're not. Of course, we're not. No, we spoke warmly about Charles Kennedy on the last recording, but just for the sake of time, we had to cut it out. There wasn't a great way to fit in that chunk of morbidity. We did say that the outpouring of emotion from colleagues and friends of Charles Kennedy's was more genuine than you would have with most other public figures. You'll hear the same sentences, the same phrases reeled out whenever somebody like that passes, a prominent politician or minor royal. But he genuinely will be missed, and generally considered amongst his peers to be one of the best parliamentarians of them all. Like on his best day, being very, very careful not to spell out his alcohol dependency, and he certainly did a fantastic job. As we said, the only person to vote against the coalition with the Tories, and with his leadership, the Lib Dems held the most seats in Parliament they've ever held. Even though Nick Clegg, as we said, got them a semblance of power, no way as successful as Charles Kennedy, or as popular.
Well, no, because Charles Kennedy built the Liberal Party in the first decade of this century as the opposition to the invasion of Iraq. Nick Clegg, did a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
No, he didn't really, but he basically, he's perceived as being the one that saw like the principles, and I think that will be his legacy, and I guess that's the difference really. A man like Charles Kennedy said, no, it's not going to happen.
Can you do not on the 9 o'clock news?
No, have I got news for you?
Oh yeah.
So we didn't mention that he was the first MP to go on after the expenses scandal.
Yep.
And it was brought up that he had in fact claimed an expense, which was £34 for a teddy bear to be given away in a raffle.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah.
It's an expensive teddy bear.
Oh yeah, but he's not fucking
Was
around.
it one of those giant ones?
I imagine so, or a build your own one. Like a build your own bear, but really sort of done out in the liberal
Those
colours.
are the only expenses. Those are the only expenses.
His only expenses, as an MP.
What? Fucking hell.
There were a few of them, especially in the Liberal Party. There was quite a few of them that just claimed nothing. The claims were zero. It was just like, well, like anyone would expect. You know, any sort of everyday working person, that you do your job, you get paid for it, and then you buy your own stuff. You don't then have a secondary. You know what I mean? There's no secondary or tertiary funding stream whereby your employer then pays for your food and your transport and your rent,
your drink.
Yeah.
There's no bar at our work, for instance. Yeah. So Charles Kennedy passed. Eric Pickles made a knight.
What the fuck is going on there?
I know, right?
I don't know who Eric Pickles is.
I think you might know him if you saw him.
Eric Pickles is the man, since we're talking about the expensive scandal, he's the one who made a fucking fool of himself. Or David Dimmock made a fucking fool of him, and rightly so. Because he's the one that went on there going like, about you need like a second home.
Yeah.
Like in London, because the House of Commons works like clockwork, and if you're on a committee, you have to be there on time. And David Dimmock said, what, like a job? Yeah.
Yeah, fucked him. You're more than welcome to your mortgage, pretty much paid for you for a wicked house in London. That's fine, but it's not enough. Not enough, you greedy cunts. No, I have to have a second home. What, for your second family? Like, no one needs a second home. No one needs a second home.
The Queen. The Queen might.
Yeah, I got a tweet from Rob Hopkins that says when Rik Mayall does the Bristol accent in Bottom Live 3.
Yeah.
That's his favourite moment.
Fucking old Bristol toad. Fucking great.
Does it go down well?
Yeah, it goes down well in Bristol. They know how to laugh themselves, the Bristolians. They're fucking awesome.
I like some of that stuff, because one of them's where Eddie said he was born in Southampton, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he goes way over the top on that, doesn't he?
Yeah. There's
Eddie,
a bit in...
Eddie, you were born in Southampton. Why did you ever leave?
We've got another tweet as well from Ashley. It says, meeting like-minded Rick fans for the bench unveiling was such bittersweet fun. Bench unveiling in London, you say?
Yeah.
Say a bit more.
They they put up a bench, I think on the same spot that the bottom bench was filmed.
Okay.
Oh, where you get the opening credits.
Yeah.
I love that as well. That's another brilliant moment, in fact. Is the one, I think it might even be the first shot, but when Eddie's just kind of sat there, like hands in pockets, like looking off, and Richie kind of looks at him, and he does that kind of look down as if, like, if anyone's watching, I'm going to signal that I'm not with this man beside me.
It's one of the opening sequences that I don't skip past when I'm watching it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I watch it every time. Like, it's
good
just
shout.
Fucking great.
Really short. That's annoying with things like The Sopranos and stuff. And I'm like,
God, Game of Thrones, mate. I watched an episode of that the other day. It was like,
yeah, that's the opening. So it's fine.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? 15 minutes in.
Shut up. They take you around the map. They take you around the map in case there's a new place. In case there's a new fucking place. In case there's a new place.
You're supposed to remember all that shit as well.
No.
Where everything is.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
trying to spread that fucker as far out as they can get it.
Yeah, like the world.
Well, they're nearly overtaking the novels, right?
Oh yeah,
That'll
big time.
happen now, right?
Yeah, well, next series certainly, because they're jumping around in time like a motherfucker. But it's just to make it good for TV. And the last episode is fucking amazing, so good. The last episode of Game of Thrones, really fucking twisted shit, really horrible. But there's giants in it now, man. Giants and fucking dragons. Oh yeah.
Well, the dragons finally arrived, have they?
Oh yeah, big time. Not in King's Landing, not where you want them. They're elsewhere doing other stuff.
That's the big... Yeah, that's coming though.
Oh yeah.
It's going to happen.
That, and of course Winter.
Yeah, The Winds of Winter is the title of the next book, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the other one. Is it A Song of Spring or something, the last one? It's something about a fateful spring.
I don't know. There's a
Whenever
brilliant
that
bit
comes.
where there's a huge battle in not the last one, the one before, between the White Walkers and the guys from the Night's Watch and some wildlings. And there's a huge fucking battle. You see all these White Walkers just plough down a mountainside. 4 leader types, I guess, like the horsemen of the apocalypse they're supposed to represent. One of them, who's kind of almost like featureless, but has got like sort of icicles, like an icicle crown. He's been nicknamed Coldemort on the internet. They finish the battle. The survivors row away, absolutely fucking decimated, completely knackered, loads of injuries, tending wounds, and then they see like this white landscape with all the White Walkers stood up. All their dead comrades on the ground.
And then they all get up there.
Coldemort just lifts his arms up like that, and they all just stand up. So it's just it's so good, this series.
Yeah,
man.
of course.
Just the epitomization of like, this is a losing battle. Everything beforehand, what family's in charge, or it doesn't seem as real, even though and you've seen loads of scary shit. doesn't seem as real until that point when you look at it through their eyes.
Whoa,
and you think that this is we have lost. You know, it's just a case of when.
Is Rik Mayall in it?
No.
Then it's shit.